Okay, so super sorry for the late review. This is probably the latest I've been for a Dragon Ball Super review in ages. Had some stuff going on, real life stuff, so I wasn't able to record last night, but we have it today. And this episode, right? Let's talk real quickly because I really need the secrets to Majin Buu's diet, okay? I need Majin Buu. How did you do that, bruh? Because if the Tournament of Power is within 40 hours and it's only been a few hours since the end of the exhibition match, right? Then Majin Buu lost all that weight within a few hours. I'm like, really? Like, first of all, congrats to Mr. Satan for being a great instructor because he's helping this motherfucker. But on top of that, I'm like, damn! When Mr. Satan was like, yeah, he's been non-stop since the end of the exhibition match, I'm thinking, wait a minute, it's only been a few hours. Like, he did all of this in a few hours? Damn, Majin Buu, good shit. But let's quickly analyze his character, because there was a line in there that kind of made me think, interesting. Because Majin Buu, at this point, we've kind of all said, you know, okay, he's good now, he understands that to kill people is a bad thing, and all that good stuff. But in this episode, when he was talking to Mr. Satan and Goku, one thing he was talking about was, ooh, I'm gonna kill them and you know, kick all their asses. But he did use the word kill, and they had to tell him, no, killing is a bad thing. But I'm thinking, so Majin Buu still has it in him to be a killer. Now, obviously, he's good, and Mr. Satan has really taught him the right way to live, but that's still in there, that killer instinct, and that kind of made me think a second, like, okay, Majin Buu, he still has a small inkling of the teachings that Bibbidi and Bobbidi taught him regarding just kind of being a murderer. It's still somewhere in there. It's just that he has to keep on being pushed to, no, that's not the way to go. And of course, because this tournament doesn't allow killing to begin with, that had to be pushed to the side. But it was cool to see him and Goku going at it. Goku was in his normal form, which again, maybe because of the fight with Krillin, he was holding back. You got to think, they had to have been holding back, Goku and Gohan, because Majin Buu was, even though, yeah, Goku was kind of like on the defense the entire time in their little scuffle right there, the little sparring match, ultimately, Majin Buu was kind of seemingly on equal footing, maybe a little bit more than Goku in his normal form. But Goku in his normal form, he kept getting pushed back against Krillin, had to go Super Saiyan, even went Super Saiyan Blue. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, yeah, Goku had to have been holding back tremendously against Krillin. With Majin Buu here, they were having a decent fight and Goku was in his normal form. I'm imagining Super Saiyan Blue would be overwhelming, but nevertheless, they had a pretty decent, I wouldn't say even, because I still think that at the end of the day, if Goku went completely, you know, full on, he would fuck Majin Buu up. But Majin Buu was putting in work. And again, this episode showcased Goku learning something a little bit more. Because throughout some of these episodes, you're seeing that every time Goku has a little sparring match or a little bit of a showcase of somebody's abilities, he's learning something. So it's giving preparation for Goku, and hopefully that development stays intact when the tournament kicks off. Because with Krillin, he realized, okay, you needed to use strategy. With Majin Buu, he realizes, okay, even though I want to kick ass, I really do got to worry about getting thrown out of the ring, or ultimately just that needs to be my focus instead of just straight up mashing people's heads in. So even Majin Buu taught Goku something, which was kind of cool. And honestly, by the end of their little squabble and Goku went or whatever on his way or whatnot, I was thinking to myself, that's probably the last we're going to see of that skinny Majin Buu. That's probably the last of it, because Majin Buu was tired. He was talking about going to sleep. More than likely, the next time we see Majin Buu, he's going to be back to his good old fluffy form, because yeah, I'm imagining from this point on, for the remainder of time, he's just going to sleep and eat. He's not going to give a shit, and he's going to plop back to his normal thing, which sucks, but I totally see that happening, especially with all the promo images of Majin Buu being in his normal form, you know, his normal weight. Majin Buu's probably going to be back to his fat form. So yeah, it was cool while it lasted an episode, but that's probably as far as it goes with skinny fat Majin Buu. Then we had a couple of meetings throughout the episode. You could definitely see that all of these universes, which I still don't understand why, and I feel as though Vados hit the mark on the head of, you know, why are they even mad at Goku to begin with, but you could definitely see that the Kais and the Gods of Destruction are all pissed off with Goku and Universe 7 as a whole. They didn't invite the Kai, you know, the Supreme Kai from Universe 7 for the Kai meeting, and likewise with the Gods of Destruction, they let Beerus out. Now, let's talk quickly about the Kais. It seems as though they're a lot of cockiness in them. There's a lot of pride in them when they talking, and they're like, well, I'm gonna do the best and I'm gonna do the best. And one of the things we got out of that little conversation, because it really didn't give much substance other than the fact that they're all shitting bricks and they're all worried about who's gonna go down or whatever, we did get that seemingly the fighters of Universe 11 are indeed the strongest fighters, which, okay, so is Universe 11 the strongest out of the ones that are participating in the tournament, minus the 4 universes that aren't allowed in the tournament? So that's why Universe 11 is on top, or is Universe 11 even stronger than those fighters? Because again, the whole mortal ranking thing is not, you know, strength. There's a lot of different factors into the mortal ranking, so I'm imagining that Universe 11 could very well be the strongest that they have. And from what we know thus far, we know that obviously Toppo's in there. Toppo gave a good run with Goku, you know, good fight right there. We heard that Jiren is even stronger than Toppo, the alien looking motherfucker, and we saw him in this episode, you know, kind of meditating on some Deborah Piccolo shit, so we know he's in there. Seemingly the female Broly, which we still don't even have a name for this character yet, could very well be a part of Universe 11 as well, which still kind of makes me question exactly how, if she's a Saiyan or seemingly a Saiyan, and she would have to come from Universe 6, right? So that kind of makes me question, but nevertheless, she's probably a part of Universe 11 as well. Universe 11 is going to be the team to fuck with, and I like that too, because they got the Clown God of Destruction. Even though he isn't what we thought he would be, nevertheless, it's like Universe 11 is going to be a handful, and that little line just off the Kai meeting alone was interesting. Now, the God of Destruction meeting, where they left out Beerus or whatever, again, you could see more animosity, and it wasn't even like this, you know, when they were actually in person with Zeno. They were probably shitting bricks that if they say the wrong thing, Zeno's gonna fuck them up, but you can see even they don't like him, and even Vados set him straight, and they still don't want to hear it. Vados said, yo, you should be in Goku's debt. Like, Goku's, you know, the one that saved us. He's the one that gave us a fighting chance, in a sense, because if not, Zeno was just gonna wipe all of us out to begin with. So why are you mad, bro? Like, Vados hit the nail on the head, but obviously for plot reasons and so on and so forth, they're still pissed off. They're like, oh, he brought up this tournament or whatever. Like, Zeno was going to kill you anyways. And I felt like Vados was the only sane one in all of this. I mean, there was some cool scenes, I ain't gonna lie, especially when Champa hit up Kaba and he's like, yo, I want more strong fighters. Give me them Saiyans. And it's like, out of all the universes that we have coming into this tournament, it feels as though Universe 6, at the very least, is the least prepared. Now, we didn't get insight into each and every detail of every universe thus far, but Champa's just like, yeah, give me more Saiyans. Like, no strategy whatsoever. He's just like, we need more people, and I'm really interested to see who's going to show up on the side of Universe 6, because we know, okay, Kaba's going to be in there. From the opening, seemingly Frost is going to be in there. Probably Hit. I think we saw Hit in the opening as well. And then, what, Magetta and Botamo. And I mean, we know more or less the fighters from Universe 6, but I'm kind of curious who are going to be the remaining that is supposed to join up to, you know, complete the 10. That's going to be interesting. I'm imagining it would be really fucking cool if Kaba could get Saiyans that are even stronger than him, and we have a bunch of Super Saiyans possibly even training with Vados to Super Saiyan Blue, because we still have time, which that would be the perfect opportunity to get a really good squad on Universe 6's side, but they still seem like they're the least prepared right now, at the very least from what we've seen with the teams and the Gods of Destruction or whatnot. It was kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie, when we saw the scenes of what's going on with the Pride Troopers and everything, and it was, I guess, confirmation that that purple big-eared motherfucker that we thought was Beerus and Champa's, you know, brother, or potentially from his race, seemingly no, he's more so like a rabbit, and it was kind of like confirming that, which is kind of like, well, if you were gonna do that, could have made them look a different color, not look exactly like them. I mean, I guess they could put some sort of inside joke that, hey, you look similar to our race, but you're still a pleb compared to us. Like, they could throw that in there, or at the very least acknowledge the fact that his design is still pretty similar to Beerus and Champa. It's just that you could kind of tell now more, as we saw him more throughout this episode, that, yeah, he's kind of a rabbit. And it felt like a really weird homage to, like, 80s films and stuff like that, with some of those scenes with that G.I. Joe looking motherfucker that was with the Pride Troopers. It was like, it felt really weird, and you just see them saving people. I was like, yo, am I in the 80s right now? Not necessarily a bad thing, but it was just kind of like, yeah, somebody had a really hard idea in their head that they wanted so badly to do, and they said, fuck it, we're gonna do it in this episode. I mean, the Pride Troopers, they're alright, they look cool so far. I'm more kind of curious about Jiren and possibly, you know, the female Broly, assuming she's with Universe 11. I'm more interested in them, and I guess the rabbit guy I'm kind of interested in. I mean, Toppo, We saw him. He's pretty strong. I don't know exactly what's his extent of power, but I'm not that excited about Toppo anymore because there's just so many other characters to look forward to. Probably the highlight of the episode for me personally, Gohan meeting up with Piccolo. I ain't gonna lie, and he took off the glasses and Piccolo was like, don't worry, I'm gonna retrain that untrained body. I'm like, yes, fuck yes. I was excited about that, and that's really good stuff to see that Gohan's gonna get whipped back into shape. Piccolo's gonna do the thing. Like, Piccolo is always the fucking, like, he's pretty much the father to Gohan, because Goku's always like, yo, I got my own things to do. I got my own things to take care of. It's like, I love that. That's great for Gohan. But if Gohan comes into this tournament and gets ringed out, like, first 10 seconds of it, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm just saying, with him training now, he better do some good shit. I don't want no excuses. You got the green motherfucker this time, alright? The green dude is helping you. Let's go. And then last but not least, Goku visiting Dende to look for the whereabouts of Android 17. So, gonna be interesting next week, and I believe the following week after that, to kind of dive more into 17, what he's been up to and stuff like that. As a whole, this episode, there was quite a bit of content, to be honest with you, diving into the Kais talking, and the Gods of Destructions talking, and a lot of different things, a lot of cool elements in this episode. Really just, once again, a build-up episode. So it wasn't amazing or anything like that, but it was a solid, I want to say 7.5. It was a solid one. It gave us quite a bit of information, and it's continuing on to build up. Unfortunately, Tournament of Power still feels like it's a ways away, but nevertheless, cool episode, pretty good. Kind of curious what you guys think about this though. Are you excited about Gohan going to trade with Piccolo? How are you gonna feel if he doesn't do absolutely amazing in this tournament, considering we've been waiting so long? And like, his fight with Lavender was a good fight, but he didn't actually take the, the win on that one. So what is your thoughts on that? What do you think about the Pride Troopers? Are you disappointed regarding that purple Beerus looking guy not actually seemingly being related to Beerus and Champa? Do you think that Universe 6 is going to be the most unprepared? They're just grabbing any Saiyans and yeah, let's go. And what do you think about the meetings between the Kais and the Gods of Destruction? What do you think is going to be their big move against Universe 7, assuming that they're going to attack or set some sort of plan to take down Goku while he's in his homeland? And your overall thoughts of the episode? Pretty good stuff. Really want to get to Tournament of Power sometime soon though. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.